Hello again, my name is Kane Del Sol, and welcome to A Satanic Perspective. Today I wanted to address a few common misconceptions regarding the system of Kabbalah. It's a very complicated living system, and for the uninitiated, it's easy to get caught in the misdirection and misinformation. So here I wanted to point out a few easy mistakes that are made, particularly when you're just starting out. First off, the spelling. You may see it quite a bit spelled multiple ways. There's Kabbalah with a Q, and Kabbalah with a K. The difference is that Kabbalah is the official internal spelling used by Jewish mystics, based off of the old Hebrew Kof, Beth, Lamed, in one interpretation meaning the bride's reception. It is not a spelling to be used by us who are outside of their faith. The spelling of Kabbalah with a K, on the inverse, is used for those not initiated officially into the faith, but who practice nonetheless, or at least study. So us Western occultists of non-Jewish faith or descent would use the spelling and pronunciation with a K. This is not necessarily to be exclusionist or anything, but this is a living tradition. There are people born into this system that spend their entire lives dedicated to this and only this. It requires initiation and absolute secrecy of technique. To claim that we who are not initiated even know the precise methods and reasoning of this, let alone to say that we study the exact same thing, is ludicrous. Even this, once again, is not to be exclusivist, but merely stating the fact that the Kabbalah of the uninitiated and eclectic is entirely different from the Kabbalah of the initiated Jewish mystic. Especially now that everyone and their mother wants to make their own form or interpretation or syncretic repurposing of the tree. No one has the same answers. The second easy mistake is the association of Kabbalah exclusively with the common image of the tree of life. So the tree as we know it is not the only tree, and not the absolute design. It's just the easiest and most widely known approach. You see, Kabbalah is a system of archetypes, similar to a filing cabinet. We take the purest, most primal concepts and group all things that are associated with them together in an order similar to a ladder to reach divinity through meditation and devotion. This is similar to the Eastern concept of chakras, archetypal, primal forces that are grouped and ordered in a way to guide meditation towards divinity. In both systems, people have generally associated these systems with the specific image and order, when this is not the case at all. These images are just guides. Particularly in Kabbalah, the point is to leave the rigid concepts behind and seek truth within. When I began my work, I was told by one of my teachers that the old masters would intentionally add incorrect information into the texts made available outside of the inner temple, thus making one of the initiatory steps to find and correct these intentional mistakes and create your own tree of life. The third easy mistake for beginners is honestly one that can be made for any occult path, and that is the assumption that any one person, book, or interpretation is 100% correct. This is probably the one that will piss off most people, because everyone will want to say that their interpretation is right, their book has the right path, their God is the right one. Hate to break it to you, but anyone that says that they have the absolute truth or understanding is trying to sell you something. The occult world is fraught with peddlers of enlightenment. They all want you to join their cult, worship their God, donate to their cause, buy your way to godhood with these 5 simple steps. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work like that. As stated, there are many people that devote their entire lives to just this one path and nothing else, and they still don't reach the end. Source material grants us the seed of knowledge that can be nurtured or drowned by supplemental texts. Learning to be discerning in your studies is a great step toward mastery that many never achieve. So those are my thoughts on the matter. I hope that was enlightening or at least interesting. Don't take my word for it though. Do your own study and practice your own way. Read through Sefer Yetzirah. It's a trip. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, leave a comment below. And also my book, Codex Aversum, is available now through Aeon Sophia Press. I'll put a link down below. Until next time, this has been A Satanic Perspective.